So for the Man in the Box solo, I did a variety of tones to nail the rhythm parts, as well as the first half of the lead and the second half of the lead, which have really, really cool, distinctly different tones, and I'll get to that in a second. But let's start with the rhythm track. It was just the same rig as before, Jerry Cantrell, Les Paul, JJ Jr. into the Crybaby Wah. So what ended up happening with the rhythm track is I realized that it's way less gain than I initially thought. So I dialed back the gain to about, oh geez, I don't know, about 1030 on the dial, so much less than I thought. And the settings that you see in front of me are where I ended up. So it's kind of a lot of presence and treble. I find that it's a darker amp, so I loved the a little bit more than I expected for treble and presence. And the mid was like right down the middle. So I kept it like light gain, super tight tone, and that was the rhythm track. So for the next part, for the guitar solo, that's where you kick in the wah, and that's the, like, you know, classic Jerry Cantrell moment with the opening trill of the solo. You know, everybody remembers that lick. So to get that, I switched to the neck pickup on the Les Paul, and then kind of dialed it in a little bit differently where my master went quite up. So obviously I wanted to hit the amp a little bit harder. Presence and treble kind of stayed the same. I didn't really mess with those. The mids, however, I juiced those quite a bit, so to about 3 o'clock. And then the bass, just like I was talking about before, when I'm using the wah, it hits the amp kind of hard. So I roll the bass almost off entirely for that solo just to keep the tone really tight, doesn't get flubby. And the gain obviously went up because this is the guitar solo, so the gain went up to about noon. That was the first half of the solo. Once the wah gets turned off in the second half of the solo, that's where I actually coil tapped the neck pickup on the Les Paul. So popped it to a single coil tone so I get that kind of stratty, funky part for the second half of the solo. And because of that, I needed a cleaner tone again. So what I did was I just dialed the gain back just a touch, just to clean it up, like I said. And then my mids went all the way up. I thought that it sounded best when I got that really high mid tone. So anyways, moving on to the treble, same deal. I just turned it all the way up. I thought it just gave more clarity to the neck pickup when it was coil tapped. And then master went down a touch just to clean it up. Like I said, I needed a cleaner tone. And then that was about it. That was the essential way that I made the tone just a little bit tighter, a little bit cleaner. And that was the funky second half of the Man in the Box solo. So as usual, all of the gear that I've discussed or that you've heard in this video is available on zZounds.com. So please do check out our website if you'd like to buy them for yourself.